the Wiregrass portion of the state of Alabama Veterans Memorial Stadium in Troy. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. It's the Georgia Southern Eagles and the Troy Trojans. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Holly Rowe with the latest on the weather.
Guys, checking in with the Troy head coach before the game. He knows that there's a lot of excitement for this home game, but most importantly, the weather is clear. We were wondering how the forecast would shake out, and it is calm and beautiful. Should be an impactful game here with great weather, great opportunities, and a fast surface. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Trojans offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. Now, guys, let's not forget, the last time these two got together, we had ourselves an absolute classic that has provided motivation for one side ever since, David.
I mean, such a back and forth, such a fun game. Everyone remembers where they were on their couch or in the stadium for that rivalry game.
And that's what rivalry games are supposed to look like. Both teams playing with phenomenal intensity. It's going to go down right to the wire. And you're right. Those are the games that make college football special.
Now on the counter. They come out strong, stopping for no gain on the opening play. And the Trojans in the hurry up. The offense changing the play. Looking for a man. It's Crowder. Got a man. It's Worley. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. 3rd and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. Before they snap it on 4th down, we have a timeout called. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. The Trojans will punt it away on 4th down. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. So Georgia Southern's offense takes the field for the first time in this game. Now to guide the attack is Max Johnson. He's coming off a tough day in which he threw a couple of interceptions and only 1 touchdown pass. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Motion from the back. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Pulls it in. It's Helms. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
Nice job by the quarterback and receiver there working on the crossing route. And a big thing for the quarterback there, you've got to be able to give your receiver time to work through all the traffic, get by the linebackers in the middle of the field, and work all the way over to the other side. The offensive line has to give the quarterback time, and the QB's got to be patient, but it all worked out perfectly, and they're able to get a big play.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Right on target this time. 5-yard gain on that play. It'll be 3rd and 5.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. Johnson looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. comes in complete.
And money down is where you see defenses really understand where the sticks are, play great pass defense, know what's coming, and get off the field.
Gets the first one of the day off and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Looking to throw on first down. The sure hands, it's Griffin. Using the pads, using the stiff arm, using all kind of strength to get it across the 25 to the 26. Running inside, it's Lovett. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. And the Trojans moving quickly to the line. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. The give on the counter. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. Offense staying on the field there in hurry up, looking as if they'll go on 4th. Needs it to keep this drive alive. He's barely going to make it back to the line of scrimmage, and he'll be stopped short on 4th down. Great place to start for this offense. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. Johnson wants to throw it. Makes the grab on the left. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
Hey, man, that's unbelievable. That is a really good job of seeing the blitz right away and getting rid of the football. Like, that is quarterback 101. Understand they're blitzing, they're coming, see it, take advantage of it, get the completion, and move the sticks.
The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
Yeah, this man, you got to do a better job blocking. And I tell you what, that's kind of been a theme throughout the season. They haven't been high-powered. They haven't really figured out who they are yet. And they still got time. The season's not over yet, but this offense is still in identity mode.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Got his man. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Lets it fly. Touchdown, Eagles. Fired in from the red zone for the score. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Guys, the Troy offense returns to the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it, and the defense just...
Oh, he's got some space. job to keep it himself, find the first down marker, and move the chains for this offense.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to...
Makes a grab and room to run. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Rides to back and leaves it. Past the 40. Oh, got a little grass. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. The Trojans racing to the line in the hurry-up. Running the red zone. It's Lovett. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Trojans!
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Fielded in the end zone. It's Murphy. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Off the play fake on first down to throw. That's reeled in. It's Helms. Showing off that weight room work as he gets across the 20 and up to the 22.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second. It allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. False start on offense. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So after that false start, now instead of 2nd and short, you've got 2nd and 8. He's got it on the right. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
Johnson looking to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. So, guys, we'll have another look at this Troy offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
second down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the Trojans want to move quickly. They'll move the wide receiver. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. The Trojans now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, he'll throw it. Got it behind the line. It's Griffin. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. It'll be third and long. Back to pass, it's Crowder. Throws to the wideout. Serious arm strength on that third down pass, but it's incomplete.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
And it looks as if there will be no return here as the punt goes out of bounds. The Eagles offense now ready to start the drive. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Off the play fake on first down. Fires to the right. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
Well, a great job in coverage on the back end by the defense. You just got to finish the play. That should have been a pick.
They're dealing with a second and long. The give to the running back from the shotgun. After the filthy move, he's got room. Might have a chance. Running inside the 20. Into the house. Touchdown, Georgia Southern. Nothing but a vapor trail left behind that guy, and the defense straight to the burn unit.
And, man, that does not feel good. As a defense, you're trying to limit the big plays, keep that guy in front of you. That guy says, wait a minute, I'm way too fast for that. We're going to just need to work on those angles. That's for dang sure.
On the move from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down to the 26. Now the Trojan offense returns to the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Wide receiver comes in motion. On the option. The keeper. The give to the back. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. All right, guys, let's look at the big picture for Troy. Good pickup on the recruiting trail just last week. 3-star defensive back. A guy that could be a bit of a diamond in the rough, but that type of talent is what they need to build that secondary. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Touchdown, Georgia Southern. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And, man, how awesome is that for the big fella? And he wasn't going to just fall on that loose fumble. He decided to scoop it and score, and David shows off the athleticism.
I mean, we were born to do more. We just grew out of the running back body, but we were really all running backs at heart. It's just hard when you got to go that far because you're running out of oxygen. You could tell the gas tank was low, but the big fella getting the touchdown.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Troy's offense comes out ready to start this drive. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. And the Trojans headed quickly to the line.
Yeah, and I like the quarterback's quick decision-making, puts it on the ground, decides to take it himself, goes, gets the necessary yardage, first down.
Fakes to grab. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. A costly holding penalty backs him up. It's 1st and 20. Quick completion to the right. Stumbled to the ground. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Griffin. Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Back to pass. It's Crowder. It's complete to the left. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. The Trojans are moving quickly down the field.
And every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. They'll try the counter. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Firing to the right, complete. Could be an alley. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. They've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
And the Trojans will hustle to the line. In the red area, it's Burgess. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Rides to the back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Timeout called by the Eagles. It's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Motion from the wideout. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. Trying to save time on defense, they used their 2nd timeout. They're down to 1 timeout left in the half. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. Never a doubt. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot. so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. They're down to one timeout left in the half. And the Eagles trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Johnson wants to throw it. Got his man. Runs through a man. He might have space. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get the first through the air. They get to him as he throws. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the first down.
This offense is trying to build on this lead right now, playing with tons of confidence. What a nice job there. Pass protection, quarterback doing a really great job, seeing the defense, reading the coverage, and being on the same page as his intended target. It's a big...
Makes the grab in their space. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple first downs on this drive. Somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
The Eagles will snap it on 1st and 10. He goes right back to the air. Flips it out in the flat. Breaks the tackle. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
That's a really nice job by the cornerback, playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball, and this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rig running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
Rolls it in. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and
catch. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Johnson looking to throw. Bringing the heat. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, you've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Finds his man. Turning it on. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. Wait just a second. There is a flag on the play. If this is on the defense, it could be a first down. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He's looking to pass. Catch in the middle. It's swirling. They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Guys, week 12, almost zero margin for error. Just the way we like it here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with Arizona taking on the number 11 team, the Kansas State Wildcats. And it's Arizona with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team. And that's now 4 W's on the season. This one could be a confidence builder, not only in the context of this season, but also what that group of underclassmen can do down the road. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now over to your game inside Veterans Memorial Stadium. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. 2 workhorse running backs who just kept pounding the rock behind offensive lines who look less like college kids and more like bulldozers. Call it ground and pound, call it pin and pummeled. Both sides have been dominant, and I'm curious to see if either defense can make an adjustment. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. As we start the second half, what do you have for us, Holly?
Georgia Southern's head coach told me at the half, listen, things have not been going right lately, but they have found some momentum here in this ballgame. He said, I know we've got a lot of clock left, a lot of game left, but it all starts right now to continue to believe they get the ball to start the second half, and we'll see if they take that first half momentum into the third. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Touchdown, Eagles! He found some open space and turned on the Jets. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
2 running backs alongside the quarterback. Wide receiver going in motion. Now they'll try the right side. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. The Trojans come to the line in the hurry-up.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
The option look. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. To throw, it's Crowder. Finds his man. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. And the Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to cap it.
Snags it, and there's running room. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. The Trojans look to keep this drive humming.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. second down, they'll go to the air. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
He got behind those pads and delivered a blow and stopped him well short of the first down marker. It'll be 4th and 2. Motion from the wide receiver. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. There he goes. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Trojans. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they're now down 31-17. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive. And they finish with a big play, a touchdown strike from the 46. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Working the sidelines, Holly Rowe. What do you have, Holly?
Here on the Georgia Southern Eagles sideline, they are really hyping up their quarterback right now, guys. You know, they weren't exactly sure what to expect from this young player going into the game, but he has delivered over 200 yards passing. He has proven to be someone they can count on. The coaches keep telling him, poise, composure, keep it going. This young guy is showing what he's made of. Back to you.
Okay, Holly.
Oh, he just misses on the big downfield shot. And I think some people think that's a difficult throw to make. But I'll tell you what, a lot of times you put a little air underneath it and you just trust your guy more than you trust the DB. But it's hard to do when you overshoot your wide receiver.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. Catches it cleanly at the 20. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. They haven't had a whole lot of production nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far, and if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. Quick handoff. He's in open space downfield. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
They'll give it to him again. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It'd be interesting to watch this offense really down the stretch because they can't really have that balance, especially when they're going backwards. Like, they're down, they've got to put up some points, got to get some stops. I think this offense has to be aggressive, and I think it's going to have to be through the air.
Dropping back, it's Crowder. Takes the easy completion. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. And the Trojans want to crank the tempo. Looking to throw on 3rd. Got him downfield. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey,
breaks into the open.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The run inside. It's Walters. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. On the option. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. The Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Sends it back in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Walters. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking to fire. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
And last week was great for this young man. But, man, again, showing you he can do it at a high level. Just working the whole field, using different guys. He is absolutely on fire right now.
And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. They'll move the wide receiver. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Complete out of the backfield. Out of bounds, well short of the line to gain. He had 3 or 4 more yards to go, and it'll be a turnover on down. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Well, this is not what the doctor ordered in terms of starting field position. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Hand off from the shotgun. Corralled and brought down by the defense.
Man, just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Now backed up in their own end. It's 3rd and long. Johnson wants to throw it. Swings it out to the flat. Could not make his way to the corner.
Love the coverage and not giving up an inch defensively. Their 3rd down, smothering the receiver. As soon as he caught the ball, down he went. They've got this offense pinned.
Hauls it in at the 40. And he is knocked down immediately. Brave to try the return, though the coach might have preferred a fair catch. Guys, the Troy offense returns to the field. First play of the drive comes from the 41. They'll start this drive going to the air. Here comes the Heat. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. And the Trojans are in the hurry-up.
Nice job by this defense, pinning their ears back, getting to the quarterback, creating the sack. But look at this offense. They aren't deterred. They're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
That's caught. It's Griffin. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. See what they dial up on 1st and 10. Timeout called by the Eagles. It's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. On the ground with the counter. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
He's got him. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Wide receiver comes in motion. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Picked off, and this one could go all the way back. Past the 50. He's at the 40. The 20. The 10. Touchdown, Eagles. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
And, man, this defense proving to be so opportunistic. They don't just turn people over. You've already seen them scoop up a fumble, take it back to the house, now an interception, and take it back to the house. They make big plays, and they put that thing in the end zone.
When you play receiver for this guy, you better be ready to catch the football. He spread it all over the place through the first 3 periods. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them.
Set to kick this one away.
And he'll bring it back. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. So, guys, we'll have another look at this Troy offense. The defense got the stop. They could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. Looking to pass. It's Crowder. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. The Trojans want to pick up the tempo. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's White. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Some belief in that running game as they pick up 5 to the 35-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
And the Trojans with the 1st and 10.
When offenses get 1st downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the 4th quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Motion from the wideout. Wants to throw again. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
That's exactly the start you want when you're on offense. In this situation, 4-minute offense, I'm not worried about scoring. I'm not worried about getting a bunch of 1st downs. I need 2. I need 2 1st downs, and I'm going to let that clock.
There's a crease. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. And the Eagles, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They'll run it to the right side. Got enough for the 1st. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass.
Off play action. Here's a heat. And it's a sack.
They tried to go play action, but that did not affect the defensive tackle. He was bull rushing his guy, collapsing the pocket, and he comes away with a sack.
Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. And after putting an earlier field goal up, they'll try it again, this time a 45-yarder. It is good! And that will extend their lead even further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. Grabbed behind the line, it's Lovett. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. The Trojans in the hurry-up.
And this offense is going to have to catch some breaks, man. They're going to have to make some big plays. They're going to have to push the ball down the field, break some tackles, hit some home runs, down 3 possessions in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to do everything right.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And just not enough field to hold that one. It's incomplete.
And this is a tough spot for the QB, man. Like, he knows he's down big and has to make big plays down the field, but also got to be smart, because this defense, you can tell, bringing in extra bodies, playing the pass, maybe take the dink and dunk, let your guys make some plays, because they are definitely playing the depot.
Makes the catch. He was looking everywhere for more running room and couldn't find it. He'll be 4 yards short, and it's fourth down. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like, it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive, and this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the fourth quarter.
Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far. Give to the running back. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. The Trojans use their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. They'll try to get their first positive play of the drive here on third down. They stop him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with fourth down coming. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. They've got one timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. Now the Trojan offense returns to the field. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. To the air. It's Crowder. Throws to the wideout. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. He's got it again. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The defense quickly calls a timeout, trying to save as much clock as possible. $1:57 left.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Troy's offense comes out ready to start this drive. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Pickup of 8, it's now 2nd and 2. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off his...
Going to take a shot. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24.
In this situation of the game, it's so hard for the offense to throw it because you're trailing by a lot, so the defense knows you're throwing it. They've got all these extra DBs out there, little fast guys that can break on the football. The windows are so small to throw into, and that's what happened on that last play. Nice job getting the INT.
Georgia Southern's offense comes out to get this drive started. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
There is nothing greater than a rivalry game unless you lose it. And in that case, there is nothing more miserable.
I agree, Reese. And that's why rivalry games are so great, because you take the stats and you take the rankings and you take the records and you throw it all out the window. There's always tremendous effort and passion when we see these rivalry